welcome to another video. Before we get started, obviously it's a bit of a scary time at the moment and there's a lot of things that are unknown. All I want you guys to remember is, one, you need to keep yourself safe. That means washing your hands regularly, making sure that you guys follow the social distancing that's been suggested by the government so that we can all help to bring this to a close far more quickly. And also that if you guys need anything, I will be posting videos as often as I can during this period. Obviously schools are still open, so there will be times where I'm at work, actually at school, but when I'm at home I will be thinking of ways that I can help you through new videos or other things that I might be able to use to get you guys through. If you're in year 11 at the minute, we have no new information about how your grades are going to be created. So my advice to you guys would be to make sure that you don't throw anything away. Keep all of the information, all of the work that you guys have been producing over the last couple of years, keep it safe somewhere, at least until we know what is going to happen. All right, let's get into a nice normal part of our routine then, which are the shout outs. So big shout out to Ella, Popsy, Ali, It's Maya, Leah, Levi, Vinay and Cupcake Sprinkles. Alright, today we're going to be looking at active and passive audiences. So an active audience is defined by Educast as audiences who are actively engaging in selecting media products to consume and interpret their meanings. Basically what this means is that an active audience deliberately goes out and chooses the media that they want to be involved in. So they deliberately decide to watch a film, or they deliberately decide to start playing a game. And on top of that, they also seek out additional materials based on the product so that they add to this sort of interpretation of it. Maybe that's looking up who played a particular character in a sitcom, or looking on the website for a particular newspaper. Either way, they're consciously doing it and they're actively choosing to do it, which is what makes them an active audience. So some of the examples of the products that you guys have studied that would have an active audience are things like video games, newspapers and magazines. Now film and sitcom are interesting is that they can have active audiences, people who literally choose to put this on, and who choose to sit and watch a film or to watch a sitcom wholeheartedly without doing anything else in the background. But they are also able to have passive audiences. Now again, Educast define a passive audience as an idea that's now widely regarded as outdated, that audiences do not actively engage with media products but passively consume and accept the messages that the producers communicate. Now you might be thinking, well, if the exam board themselves are saying that this is an outdated idea, why do I have to study it? Well, the simple answer there is that it might be that one of the questions, particularly in section B of paper 1, it might be that one of the questions asks you how an audience for a particular product could be considered active. Now, if they can ask you for an active audience, they could ask you for a passive audience. So even though it's considered to be quite outdated now, it's worthwhile just bearing in mind. And this is something that you guys can add into the breakdown of audiences as a whole. So if you've watched my audience video already, you know that I like to break down audiences in terms of age range, gender, where they sit on the ABC system, and then where they sit in the 4C system. Well, you could just also add to the end of that whether they're active or passive. So it's a fairly easy idea to remember, even though it might be one that's not used within the industry as much anymore. Anyway, basically a passive audience are the group of people who don't deliberately choose the media that they're involved in. So they might be the sort of person who puts the telly on and just sits there with whatever is on in the background as they're doing something else. They might also not be paying close attention to what's going on, so any messages that they get will be taken in subliminally rather than directly accepted. And the sorts of products that have a passive audience here would be things like advertising, radio, music video, and then, as we said, things like film and sitcom, if it's just something that people have got on in the background. Now obviously this means that there's not too many key terms for us today, so what I'd do with these is make yourself some note cards so that you know exactly what each of these key terms mean, and then try using them in some of the answers for work that you guys are producing at the moment. If you need a hand at the moment, you can pop down comments in the comment section below. I will do my best to get back to everybody who posts a comment. You can also get in touch with me through Twitter at media_revision. And I do also have an Instagram account, GCSE Media Revision, although there's not a lot going on there at the moment. Keep safe, you guys, and check back for other videos that will appear throughout the week.